إنا أنزلنا إليك الكتاب بالحق لتحكم بين الناس بما أراك الله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalam ala habibina Rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed Surah Al-Kafiroon, He was telling His Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to draw a line in the sand between him and the believers and the disbelievers. SubhanAllah, what did He say? He told the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to say, قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ. Say, O disbelievers. Allah labels them as disbelievers because He knows they will never accept Islam. لا أعبد ما تعبدون. I am not worshipping and nor will I ever worship that which you are worshipping. ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. Nor will you ever worship that which I am worshipping. ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم. Nor have I ever worshipped that which you have worshipped. ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. Nor have you ever worshipped that which I am worshipping. لكم دينكم ولي دين. To you your way and your religion, and to me mine. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking a different tone with the disbelievers now. Before they were addressed as O people, now they are being called disbelievers. And then the Prophet ﷺ was also told to migrate after this as well, to completely sever the ties between him and the disbelievers of Quraysh. They rejected Islam because of their ancestral beliefs. They feared that if they worshipped Allah alone, this would be political suicide. So the Prophet ﷺ was told to say this as a way of saying, we are done. Now, I want to focus on a couple ayats here in this surah because it seems like there's a lot of repetition in the surah, when in fact, every ayah and every tense of every verb and noun is all perfectly constructed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and put in its proper place. Now, the first ayah I want to touch on is لا أعبد ما تعبدون. لا أعبد ما تعبدون is what we call in Arabic جملة فعلية, a verbal sentence. And when a present tense verb is preceded by something that negates it, in this case the particle la, it gives off a negation of a meaning of a negation in the present tense and the future. So Allah is telling us and telling the Prophet ﷺ to say, I do not currently in the present time worship that which you worship, nor will I ever in the future worship that which you worship. So two tenses in this sentence are being negated, the present and the future. Now what's left? The past. If we go to the ayah, وَلَا أَنَا عَابِدٌ مَا عَبَدْتُمْ, nor have I ever worshipped that which you have worshipped. The Prophet ﷺ is being told to tell them that he had never in the past ever worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before receiving prophethood, he never worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because he was on the natural disposition of al-Islam, the belief in at-Tawheed, the oneness of Allah. Because the da'wah of Ibrahim, or the remnants of it, still existed in the Arabian Peninsula. The Prophet ﷺ remained upon that until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him on how to worship him alone. So look at the beauty of Surah Al-Kafiroon, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala negates for his Prophet ﷺ the worship of other than Allah in the past, the present, and the future. Allahu Akbar. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.